It's the 18th of November. I'm Jerusha Sukthia-Rath. Let's have a look at newspaper front pages. We'll start off with the front page of Volksblad. Here we see MPs are liss for Cyril. This is, of course, referring to the breakfast meeting happening between Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa and opposition leaders at Tynhuys in Cape Town today. This all comes ahead of an extended parliamentary session that's set to happen today, where Baleka Mbete may be put under pressure after last week's ongoings in Parliament. On the front page of Business Day, Mbete's inaction on new rules led to chaos. Now, that's of course what opposition MPs are saying, and we'll see if there's any type of resolution when they speak to Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa today. We know that it all comes in the wake of the vote to absolve President Jacob Zuma of any responsibility in the Nkandla spending that will happen by the ad hoc committee in Parliament. On the front page of The Star, skills tests for top teachers. And on the front page of the Mercury, skills tests for senior teachers. This is all in an attempt to ensure the competencies and to root out nepotism and corruption in the education sector. On the front page of The Citizen, grief drags on, referring of course to the collapsed Nigerian church building. And on the front page of The Sowetan, Nigerian tragedy, pain and broken dreams. Now, while 70-odd bodies were returned of South African victims of the Nigerian church building collapse, we know that about 11 bodies are still to be repatriated home to South Africa, and families are waiting to either bury their relatives' remains or to find closure in the situation. On the front page of Pretoria News, more news about Steve Hofmeyer as he performs in Tshwane, and groups are either for or against him. But if we have a look underneath that story, we see that a church survivor spent 25 hours with his dead wife while waiting to be rescued from the Nigerian church building collapse. And finally, on the front page of the Cape Times, this could well be the end of the Sri Ndivani trial as the defense moves to have the case thrown out of court altogether. Now, heads of arguments will be submitted this week in the Western Cape High Court. The defense will submit theirs on Wednesday, obviously wanting the case to be thrown out. The state will submit theirs on Friday, of course, wanting the trial to continue. It's all up to the Deputy Judge President in the Western Cape, and we'll see if that will be granted. We'll be keeping you up to date on these stories. Stay tuned to News 24 Live.